Hello viewers, I'm your host Shivangi Mishra with another episode of South Asia Focus. Let's begin the show. In a significant gesture aimed at fostering cultural and religious ties, India facilitated the uniting of Buddhist nations through the exhibition of Buddha relics in Thailand. This symbolizes a deep-rooted connection of India with countries with Buddhist heritage, promoting mutual understanding and cooperation. We have this report.
Thailand, a predominantly Buddhist nation, holds immense reverence for relics associated with Gautam Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. India recently exhibited Buddha relics in temples across Thailand to promote religious harmony and cultural understanding on the global stage. It highlights the significance of Buddhism as a unifying force that transcends national boundaries and fosters connection among diverse communities. For Thailand, hosting the exhibition of Buddha relics holds immense spiritual and cultural significance, reaffirming the country's reverence for Gautam Buddha and strengthening its ties with India, a key partner in promoting Buddhist heritage and values.
It's an eye-opener for all of us because we never expected such a rousing sort of welcome by the people of Thailand. In fact, in the first 10 days of the relics exposition in Bangkok, more than 1 million people visited the relic, and at the end of the entire tour, about 4 million people attended to the relic. So I think it was a very symbolic thing, and it was really an eye-opener for us. Emotional and sentimental bonds which the Thais have with Buddhism and India's values of wisdom, core principles of peace, harmony, and Buddha's teaching of mindfulness. All of this is very relevant in this context, and I think we have been successful in transferring, in a way, the blessings of the Buddha.
The arrival of Buddha relics in Thailand from India sparked a profound outpouring of devotion as countless devotees paid their respect to these sacred artifacts. In temples and exhibition halls across Thailand, devotees from all walks of life gather to offer their obeisance to the Buddha relics, expressing their heartfelt reverence and gratitude. The relics served as a focal point for meditation and reflection, inspiring individuals to contemplate the profound wisdom and compassion embodied by the Buddha. For many devotees, the opportunity to pay homage to the Buddha relics was a once-in-a-lifetime experience filled with a sense of awe and reverence. The presence of these relics in Thailand served to reaffirm the country's deep-rooted connection to Buddhism and its role as a spiritual center for followers of the faith.
India has been extremely helpful in our bad times, and especially recently when the economy there were challenges with the economy, and India was the first off the mark to come forward and help us. So this is something that we cannot forget, and I must say it is obviously coming from centuries, and it can only now get better.
Buddhism has actually spread to all aspects of social life in Mongolia. Cultural, social life. In every walk of life, there are Buddhist traditions which we revere, which we respect, which we honor today. And we connect this to India. And as you know, your Honorable Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, he said that Mongolia and India are spiritual neighbors. Although geographically we are thousands of kilometers away, but spiritually we are very much close and bonded to India through Buddhism culture, Buddhist culture and Buddhist heritage. And we take a lot of pride in this ties that we have with India.
India has been promoting Buddhism through various initiatives, including facilitating pilgrimages to sacred sites like Bodh Gaya and Sarnath, where Buddha attained enlightenment and delivered his first sermon. The government supports the restoration and preservation of ancient Buddhist monuments and artifacts, preserving the rich heritage of the faith. Promotion of Buddhist studies in academic institutions, cultural exchanges, and the dissemination of Buddhist literature further contribute to India's efforts in promoting the teachings and values of Buddhism both domestically and internationally.
Let's now discuss the escalating instability in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, where Pashtuns have been increasingly targeted by security forces, leading to a sudden surge in enforced disappearances. Amidst ongoing targeted killings and arbitrary detentions in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pashtun political activists residing in Europe have raised their concerns at the United Nations Human Rights Council. We have this report.
Pakistani Army! Pakistani Army!
A significant number of Pashtuns organized an anti-Pakistan protest in front of the United Nations office to denounce the crackdown on workers and leaders of the Pashtun Tahaffuz movement. The protest, held during the 55th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, was organized by PTM Europe and joined by many Afghan Pashtuns.
We are organizing a protest demonstration in front of the United Nations Human Rights Council to denounce the systematic use of torture by Pakistan to stifle our freedom of expression and our right to assembly. Here, the speakers have condemned the torture of the PTM leader Manzoor Ahmad Bashir, the arbitrary detention of Noorullah Tareen, who is languishing in jail for the last 4 months, and also this great human rights defender Idris Khattak, who is languishing in jail for the last few years.
Afridi also emphasized that these human rights violations are a matter of grave concern for defenders of human rights and urged the international community, particularly the United Nations, to take notice. The protesters also urged the United Nations to intervene to stop the systematic torture against human rights defenders, journalists and PTM activists of Pashtun ethnic minority, including Gilaman Wazir, Eid-ur-Rahman Wazir and Zakim Wazir.
What we want! What we want!
They called upon the international community to compel Pakistan to release arbitrarily detained PTM activists and leaders, including Noorullah Tareen and Idris Khattak.
PTM Europe members are here together with a heavy heart to shed light on the great injustices that PTM members face in Pashtun, Baloch, Sindhis, Kashmiris face in Pakistan. We are here to be their voice. Forced disappearances, raids on homes, unlawful arrests, torture of men, women, even children, and targeted killings are regular occurrences in Pashtun Belt and also in Balochistan. That's why we are here to be their voice, to show for the world and to ask attention of them.
The Pashtuns also expressed solidarity with the protest sit-ins at Chaman and Angura Adda on the controversial Durand line dividing Pashtuns. Time now for Asia This Week, the stories from across the continent.
Casio ships many products worldwide, including the Gakuhan scientific calculator to expand math education globally. Supported by students, professors and governments, Casio aims to enhance logical thinking skills among students through its Gakuhan calculator. Casio leads training efforts and contributes to the development of students' critical thinking abilities.
Casio calculator is our baby project in Education Resource Center. We have a Casio calculator lab for science and mathematics students, and that is to drive home the perfect use of our calculator to ensure accuracy.
Casio's efforts extend beyond releasing scientific calculators to the market. The company is also committed to expanding education in logical thinking. This initiative aims to contribute to the attainment of a brighter future worldwide. Residents of Iraq's holy city of Najaf voiced concerns over the shortage of natural clean water in the city, as experts say much of the water supply is contaminated through sewage and contains heavy metals that can cause diseases. Mohsen Al-Karawi, a resident of the city, stands near streams of water running through heaps of garbage, which he says has been building up and polluting the local water for around 5 years with little action to fix the issue. Safa Majid, a professor specializing in the studies of environment and pollution, said the water taken to labs for testing revealed a high concentration of elements and compounds like lead and zinc at levels that exceed internationally recognized safety limits. While many residents have resorted to buying clean water from the markets, some of the city's water is getting treated at filtering water stations, where the polluted river water is first filtered before being treated with chemicals like chlorine to kill harmful bacteria. JCB, Japan's international credit card, ensures convenience for foreign tourists in Tokyo metropolitan area. Annually, 9 million foreigners check in and out at Narita Airport, where JCB provides a calm, resting environment for foreign card holders. Many tourists who travel from Narita Airport to Ueno in Tokyo prefer to take the Keisei Skyliner. It helps to complete the distance of around 60 kilometers in just 36 minutes.
コロナの時期におきましては、全くと言っていいお客様いらっしゃいませんでしたが、ご覧の通りでございますけども、お客様多数お越しいただいて、本当にありがたく思った次第でございます。
The Tokyo Metro network is the most convenient transportation option in the Tokyo metropolitan area. It offers the Tokyo subway ticket and all-you-can-ride pass for foreign visitors. Additionally, JCB provides original pass cases to foreign JCB card holders. Takiya, a renowned souvenir shop in the Okachimachi area of Tokyo, also offers a 10% discount to foreign JCB card holders. JCB is targeting foreign visitors to the Tokyo metropolitan area. Its hospitality is dynamically shaped to provide a satisfactory tour experience for foreigners.
Pokhara is a popular tourist destination in Nepal. An international airport was constructed here with financial and technical assistance from China. Since its inauguration in January last year, the airport has not seen any frequent international flights except for the chartered Chinese flights which appear on rare occasions. After the failure of the airport project, Nepal has now requested China to convert the loan into a grant. Pokhara International Airport was constructed after an agreement between Nepal and China on March 21, 2016. Both neighbors reached a loan agreement stipulating a total loan amount of Chinese yuan 1.37 billion, out of which 355.9 million Chinese yuan was constituted as interest-free loan. The Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal, the aviation regulating body of the Himalayan nation, is responsible for paying the loan amount by the year 2036. Critics argued that China's loan terms may impose heavy debt burdens on Nepal, leading to potential economic dependency and loss of sovereignty. A year after its inauguration, the airport has failed to attract revenue, and Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has announced that diplomatic efforts have been initiated with China to convert the loan for Pokhara International Airport to a grant.
पोखरा विमानस्थलबाट अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय उडान सञ्चालन तथा व्यवस्थापनका लागि सार्वजनिक निजी साझेदारीको आधार तयार गर्न समिति गठन भई कार्य भइरहेको जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु। समितिको प्रतिवेदनका आधारमा विमानस्थल सञ्चालन तथा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय उडानका बारेमा आवश्यक व्यवस्था मिलाइनेछ। पोखरा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल निर्माणका लागि लिएको ऋणलाई अनुदानका रूपमा रूपान्तरण गर्न कूटनीतिक पहल सुरु गरिएको छ। यससँग जोडिएका वित्तीय व्यवस्थापनका विषयमा आवश्यक समन्वय गरिनेछ।
China CAMC Engineering, the construction division of state-owned conglomerate SinoMac, played a pivotal role in the Pokhara Airport project. It imported building materials and machinery from China, and the airport itself was brimming with Chinese-made security and industrial technology. Despite China's claims about the project's quality, an investigation by the New York Times revealed an unsettling narrative. There are fears that China's strategic interests could overshadow Nepal's long-term economic sustainability, with accusations of opaque negotiations and lack of transparency in the loan agreement. Some voices caution against potential hidden agendas behind China's purportedly benevolent gestures, urging Nepal to tread cautiously in its dealings with the economic giant. Prime Minister Dahal, upon his arrival back to Kathmandu last year after his visit to China, had announced that Chinese flights would come to Pokhara, helping to cover the loss. No such flights have commenced since his visit in September last year.
हालै भएको मेरो चीन भ्रमणका सन्दर्भमा चीनका विभिन्न शहरहरूबाट अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय उडान सिधै पोखरा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थलमा ल्याउनको लागि छलफल र एउटा सैद्धान्तिक सहमति भएको छ। मलाई विश्वास छ छिटै त्यस्ता अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय उडानहरू पोखरा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थलमा आउनेछन् र यो समस्याको समाधान हुनेछ।
The construction of Pokhara Airport by China has raised concerns about the quality of work, the manipulation of oversight, and the burden of debt on Nepal. Additionally, the Airports Association with China's Belt and Road Initiative has ignited diplomatic tensions with India, making it challenging for the airport to attract international flights. The sacred month of Ramadan has recently begun, marking an occasion celebrated with immense joy and enthusiasm worldwide. It is more than just fasting. The month is observed with traditional fervor, immersing individuals in the spirit of devotion, self-reflection, and generosity. Muslims across South Asia observe sacred fasting from dawn to dusk, dedicating themselves to prayer. Take a look.
As the crescent moon graced the sky, it signals the beginning of holy month of Ramadan. Muslims across South Asia offer prayers in various mosques to mark the festivities. Ramadan is the 9th month of Islamic calendar, during which Muslim disciples abstain from consuming food or water from dusk till dawn. Believers commence their day with sehri or suhoor, a pre-dawn meal, and conclude it with iftar, a lavish evening meal. They rejoice in these moments with their family and friends while sharing food and fostering strong connections. Following the practice of Prophet Muhammad, the fast is traditionally broken with dates and water. A full iftar feast, which varies according to cultures and places, follow this tradition.
रमज़ान के पहले जुमे को यहाँ जामा मस्जिद ईदगाह लखनऊ में भी और तमाम मसाजिद में पुरसुकून अंदाज में लोगों ने नमाज अदा की, अल्लाह के आगे दुआएं की, अपने मुल्क की हिफाजत और तामीर और तरक्की के लिए भी दुआएं की हैं.
Similar scenes can be found all over Pakistan, as the nation's rich regional and ethnic diversity cause it to gleam day and night with festive lights during Ramadan. Thousands of residents in Islamabad are flocking to shop to buy dates, fruit, sweets and other food items hours before iftar.
समोसे वगैरह यहाँ पे इनके बहुत ज़्यादा मशहूर हैं. दस्तरखान पे ये बहुत ज़रूरी कह लें कि एक एडिशन बन चुका है रमज़ान में, तो ये लेने आए हैं इंशाल्लाह और लेके जाते हैं, खाते हैं. पहला रमज़ान है, आपको पता है यार वैसे भी महंगाई बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, बट ये है कि वीक में 1-2 दफ़ा तो हमें भी तो जायका चखना चाहिए ना, ट्राई मारनी चाहिए.
Nepal, the Himalayan nation, also drenched into this month-long Ramadan festival. During the holy fasting, hundreds of Muslims offer namaz at the famous Kashmiri mosque in capital Kathmandu.
बिहानदेखि अब हामी सेरी गर्छौँ. सेरी भन्दाखेरि अब हामी कति बजी उठ्छौँ भनेपछि बिहान त्यही 3 बजी उठ्छौँ हैन, अनि 4:45 मा 4 हेरी टाइम हुन्छ, त्यो समयसम्म हामी खानेकुराहरू खाइसक्नुपर्छ र त्यसपछि व्रत बस्नुपर्छ दिनभरि. दिनमा पानी पनि खानु हुँदैन, केही खानु हुँदैन खानेकुराहरू. त्यसपछि हामी दिनमा नमाज पढ्छौँ सबैले थाहा नै होला कि हामी दिनमा 5 पटक नमाज पढ्नुपर्छ मुस्लिमहरूले। सो अब 5 टाइमको नमाज हुन्छ, बिहान फजरको टाइम हुन्छ, त्यसपछि दिउँसो जोहरको, र त्यसपछि असर, त्यसपछि मगरिब, त्यसपछि इसा। अब हामी व्रत खोल्नु भनेको, रोजा खोल्नु भनेको समय हुन्छ मगरिबको समयमा। त्यो हामी साँझ कति 6 बजे, र त्यही 6 बजेदेखि उता समय बढ्दै जान्छ, घट्दै जान्छ।
Fasting during Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars or duties of Islam, along with the testimony of faith, prayer, charitable giving, and making a pilgrimage to Mecca. It is intended to bring the devout closer to God and to remind them of the suffering of those less fortunate. Ramadan culminates in Eid ul-Fitr to celebrate the breaking of the fast.
Fasting during the month of Ramadan is an act of obedience, self-control, and a means to draw closer to God. And with that, we come to the end of this week's episode. See you next week. Goodbye and take care.